All right, hello everyone. Hello. Today I'm going to start my journey through the Kingdom manga. Okay, this is the first time I'm ever even reading like a seinen like that. Okay, so I'm a complete noob. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a complete noob, but I'm excited. I'm ready to dive in. So I'm gonna make this into like a mini series. Basically, I'm gonna read a story arc, come in here and dedicate a video of just telling you my raw thoughts. Okay. Before I get into it, I do want to say that I'm not like a mega critic. I'm gonna try my best to convey my feelings about the series, but if you want real deep analytical perspective on the series or whatever, I'm not your guy, okay? And I don't want you to like, put 20 minutes into this series and then you realize, okay, this guy's talking nonsense. So I'm letting you know right now. If you're here for some deep discussion, I'll try my best, okay? I'll try my best. But yeah, anyways, I guess this is the beginning, this is the intro of the series as well as the first arc, which is Say Kyous Rebellion arc. So I'll see you in 47 chapters. Wow. Okay, I just binged chapters 1 through 47, and oh my god, what a strong start to the series. Okay, let me just start with this. Also, I have to say, the characters, look, I'm gonna throw up on my little cheat sheet that I'm looking at. These are the characters I'm gonna be talking about. These are the main players in this arc. One, spoilers, okay, already get out of the way. Two, my pronunciation is probably gonna be super duper trash. Like, like the main character, what is that? Jin, Jean, Jun, Jin, Xin. See, I'm already messing up. So if you're gonna cringe at my pronunciations, me too. Okay, I'm cringing too. But yeah, anyways, okay, let's start from the top. Okay, dude, the strongest chapter one I think I've ever read. Like, okay. So the main character, Jin, and Piao is his friend, right? And there, dude, I was ready for this Naruto rivalry, like Sasuke and Naruto, Asta and Yuno from Black Clover, Luffy and he doesn't really have rivals, but I was ready for this shonen. I know this is saying it, but I was ready for like the typical shonen rivalry with Jin and Piao. I was like, okay, they're in for a goal, Jin and Piao both want to be Chinese generals, the strongest generals, of course, because when it comes to manga, you have to be the best, not just one of the best. And pretty much they're orphans. They're living under the house of like the village leader, and he essentially treats them like slaves, right? They're out in the fields probably like 12 hours a day, and any free time they have, they're fighting each other. And once the story starts, they've been fighting each other for almost 2,000 battles. And when that happens, this guy, this royal dude, Chang Wen Jun, again, sorry, comes and is like, "Damn, you guys are kind of cracked, right?" At least that's what I thought. But that's what he says. And then later that night, he's like, "Hey, Piao, why don't you become a royal guard?" Which is literally like one step, like the closest that they'll ever be to becoming generals, right? So then Piao's like, duh, but let me get my man Jin in here. And then Chang Wen-jun is like, no, only you. And at this point I was like, damn, it's gonna be one of those stories where Piao is gonna be like way more ahead, and Jin is gonna have to like fight, like if you're familiar with Black Clover, kind of how like got into like the biggest, like the highest grade magic team, and Asta got the bottom of the barrel, right? So I thought it was gonna be like that. I thought like, Jin was gonna have to climb and Pi was gonna take an elevator. But nah. I was wrong. At the end of chapter 1, Piao just straight up dies. Okay, and I was like, dude, so it's gonna be like that. I was like, this is real seinen activities. This dude Piao, bleeding out, gives Jin the map and says, go here. And I was like, damn, they really killed my rivalry theory. Already off the bat, theory gone. Plot twist already, chapter 1. Chapter 2 starts with another plot twist. Piao is alive? Piao, is that you? Why are you chilling in this tent? What's happening? No, my friends. That is not Piao. That is the king of Kin? Qin. Kin. Okay. The king of the land they're in, right? The king of the kingdom. And I was like, damn, it's like that. So, Pretty much the king basically says the only reason why we got Piao in the first place is because Piao looks like me. Okay, he was my stunt double. We he was down to die for my cause. And then Jin is like, okay, that's crazy. I'm gonna kill you for killing my friend. But instead of that happening, Jin kind of realizes, okay, like Piao wanted to die because of this guy. At least let me see it through. I can't kill him because my friend died. My brother, pretty much, died for the sake of this guy's being alive. If I kill him, it's kind of like spitting on Piao's grave, right? Why did you die? He gave me a map for a reason. So Jin and Zhang, then they eventually meet this guy Diao, which actually, okay, I'll get to that. They meet this character named Diao, and I'm gonna tell you right now, off these 47 chapters, Diao is my favorite. Okay, I absolutely adore Diao with the little owl mask. Diao's sick. Diao's awesome. Oh, wait. What am I saying? Let me backtrack. Okay, Jin fights, right, with a wooden sword. I don't know how old he is. I should have looked this up. Let me look this up. I'm gonna get spoilers. Shin age chapter 1. Let's do that because there's not really a time skip. This is real unedited in the middle. He is I'm getting spoilers. Relax. At the start of Kingdom, he's 14. Okay. 14-year-old boy, right? He has to when he goes to the tent, he has to traverse the path, and the tent that the king is in, that Piao told him to go, is like in a camp of hoodlums. Okay, like it's like, oh, you don't go there as a casual and come out alive type thing. Like they don't just steal your stuff, they steal your life. So Jin is like, doesn't even worry about that. He's running through. 3 little thugs come at me, and I was like, okay, this is probably gonna be like maybe 2-3 pages of Jin dodging. Oh man, this is the first time I'm fighting like real people. Like, this is gonna be like a little engagement. Nah. Nah. Jin beheads all 3 of them in one panel. It took one panel. Okay, one panel is all he needed. The 3 dudes died, and then he kept it moving. And a little B plot that's happening as Jin is running toward the tent is this like dude, nasty looking shadow assassin guy with like a weird face is like, oh, I am the most feared assassin in all of Kin, and I'm going to attack you, and you're gonna. And then Jin, dude, with the power of will, and I was like, okay, is this shonen or is this seinen? Like, what's happening? Like, the power of friendship is winning right now. I guess Jin just has it like that. Jin, plot armor or not, whatever you want to call it, like, kills him relatively easily. It wasn't even like a chapter. It was like that same chapter, pretty much. And then that's when he meets Zhang. So I forgot to mention that Jin has, I'm not gonna say plot armor, but he's stronger than I was led to believe. Okay, I guess the battles with Piao were just cracked like that. All right. So, anyways, where were we? Okay, that's right. Jin, Zhang, and Diao are this little group. Okay, and I love this trio. I have to highlight this trio because, okay, Diao and Jin have this like siblings thing going on, and a sibling rivalry where like Diao cares about Jin, Jin cares about Diao, but they mostly like insult each other, but at the end of the day they have each other's backs, and Diao is this mountain person that's like from the deepness of the mountains, their tribe is unknown, and they live in this like hoodlum town, but they're younger than 14, possibly like 8 or 9, to be honest, maybe 10. And Zhang is like the level-headed, of course he's the leader of the kingdom, but he's also the leader of this little trio. And he's kind of like the level-headed, but at the same time I feel like Zhen realizes Jin's strength, and it's kind of like, I respect you as a warrior. He's like, I respect you as a warrior, so I'm gonna let your rudeness your rudeness slide. Because Jin, at its core, I know this is a seinen manga, but Jin is a shonen protagonist. Okay, the binge eating, the doesn't care if it's royalty, will still insult them, the loudmouth, the fighting with your heart on your sleeve, tells people how it is. Like, he has all of those qualities that I absolutely adore in a protagonist. So Jin is one of my favorite characters, possibly my second favorite character right now. I don't know, it's kind of hard because the series just started, but damn, Jin is a beautifully written MC. And in the world of seinen, I feel like characters that are as ambitious like Jin, it makes it harder because it's a seinen, dude. Like, this is not sweet. People are getting beheaded, people are getting chopped up. Every attack, every battle is anybody can die. Like, things are bloody, things are messy. The power of friendship and willpower to some extent won't work here. So having someone like Jin that's like, I don't care, I'm gonna fight this freaking behemoth, I'll get to that, and try my best. Like, yeah, in a shonen it's like, okay, power through, like power up and call your attack like a midnight slash, and kill him. Like, okay, I get it, it's a shonen, I don't care. But nah, it's not like that. Here people can die. Jin can die. If Jin died in chapter 5, I'd be like, okay. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. So his personality being the way he is, and Zhang being like the leader, calm. Zhang is a very calm leader, but he's a really good leader. He's very adept. He knows what to say. He has good speeches. Jin as well, but Zhang has like that good like morale boost. Like he talked Jin into joining him in the first place. Basically it's like, why kill me? Piao wanted to protect me for a reason. So Zhang is like the voice of reason. Jin is like they're very yin and yang, right? It almost sounds like it. Jin and Zhang, yin and yang. Nah, all right, whatever. And Diao is kind of like the sibling, like the little kid that they're taking care of, while they're also taking care of the older brothers. So it's a nice little family dynamic. Found family type thing. So yeah, pretty much just skip forward. They're trying to run away, and this is when you get like the big plot dump of what's really going down. So let me try to explain to this in the simplest cliff notes possible, because honestly there's a lot of moving pieces, but it's kind of important for this arc. Okay, so pretty much this is what's going down. Cheng Jiao is a character that is the little brother of Ying Zheng. So for a long time, while their dad was still alive, so the dad was the king of Qin. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. I know, Qin. Cheng Jiao is like, oh, he's on his Simba. I can't wait to be king. He's super, like, he's ready, but he's a menace. Okay, he's a terrible, terrible person. Like, if you've seen Game of Thrones, like, he's on his Joffrey. Like, there was a scene where they're walking on a pond, and there's a bridge, maybe like, I don't know, 25 feet in the distance, and he's like, oh, I would like to cross. And then the people with him, like his little guards, are like, okay, the bridge is right there, that's cool. And he's like, now. So then all the guards have to lay on the pond to walk him through. And I'm just like, okay, so we're dealing with one of these people here, right? So this guy is hyped to be king. He's ready to rule this kingdom to the ground. And then randomly, I don't know, I forgot who it was, someone basically just says, hey, by the way, you actually have an older brother. The king, pretty much, he slept with a dancer girl, right? You can read between the lines what that means. He slept with a dancer girl, and is now your brother's a little bit older than you, so he's gonna take care of it. So this makes Cheng Jiao angry, right? Angry, because not only is he an evil person, and not only is he someone that was so down to be a king, he thinks of like the common people as inferior. So to know that his brother has the tainted blood, in his own words, of a dancer girl, how dare you put on that royal garb, you're half nasty, get your filth off of here. So he's kind of like, he's on some racism, on some sexism, on some everything, all the isms, he's got it. And basically he's like, nah, that's not gonna slide. So fast forward however many, I don't know, years, months, whatever, Zhang is now on the throne. He's actually sitting on the throne, and he has his right hand man, Lu Shu. What did I just say? Lushi, okay, Lushi, right? Not Luchi, no, Lushi, whatever. And Lushi is a kind of a weird character. I'll focus on him a little bit later. But he has his right hand man, Lushi, who was like a merchant that became the right hand of the previous king, and is now the right hand of the right chancellor of the current king. And then he has his left chancellor, Jishi. So it's the Shis, right? So Lushi, Jishi. And I think Jishi just was born in royalty. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. So, nothing bad. Zheng is actually a pretty, adept leader. Like, nothing terrible is going down. And Cheng Jiao goes up to Jishi, the left chancellor, and goes, I have a proposition. And he goes, I have a proposition, sinister, sinister, rubbing his hands together, super Patrick Star style. And then Jishi's like, what's up, And then basically Cheng Jiao just goes, I would like to be king, and let's take over Zhang as well as Lu Shi, because remember, he's just a merchant. So deep down, he's still a peasant. Just because he wears fancy stuff, just because he's wearing Vlone, right, doesn't mean that he's just because this dude's wearing designer, just because he's wearing Vlone, that doesn't mean that he's actually royalty. And then Jishi's like, what do I get out of it? And then he's like, well, I'm like 4 years old. Not actually, he's like 8. I'm 8 or 9 years old, so I don't know shit about running a country. If I become king, basically, you're gonna tell me what to do and I'll do it. And then Jishi's like, let's go, let's go. So basically, that's what's happening here. They're taking the throne. And the reason why Zhang is in this tent in the first place with Jin is because they were semi-successful. So now you kind of have the story of what's going on. Zhang is like, dude, I need to get back the throne, and Jin, you need to be my sword. So, after some dialogue, I'm skipping ahead. Jin is like, all right, I'm down. So basically, their plan for the first 15 or so chapters is we're going to wait for my right-hand man, Lu Shi, right? Lu Shi, right? He has a strong army, and we're going to come in and take over. However, we find out that Lu Shi is actually after the throne too. So this is what I mean by there's a lot of moving pieces. So now we have the right chancellor and the left chancellor at the king's throats. At king throat, he only has one. I don't know why I said throats. And Lu Shi's like, dude, I'm waiting for Jishi. I'm waiting for the left chancellor to take over, and then we're gonna go in, take third party. He's literally trying to third party, and then the throne is gonna be mine. So now Zheng is like, damn, I got my army is 3 dudes. My army is 3 dudes, one 8-year-old and one super brat commoner. Nice. So pretty much Zheng is like, I don't care, I got a plan. So what's his plan? Well, like I mentioned, Diao is part of these type of people called the mountain people. Dude, the mountain people are so cool. So pretty much what the mountain people are people that, guess what, live in the mountains, and they're like savage, right? They wear masks. They don't even speak the common tongue. Like, they're super savages. And I guess Zhang mentioned that there was a king many years ago, I think 400 years ago, that had an alliance with the mountain people, and he actually saw them as real people, because the regular common folk are very racist towards the mountain people. They're like, oh, you guys are savage, you guys are nasty, get out of here. But this king had a heart of gold, and pretty much the mountain people killed the king's horse, and everybody's like, oh, how dare you kill the king's horse? But you know what he did? He said, hey, have some wine, this goes great with horse meat. So basically the mountain people were like, damn, what a stand-up guy, what a guy. So they formed an alliance, and right now where Jing and Diao are chilling is the camp that the mountain people have kept, that was where the previous king, his villa, his escape from the world type thing. So Jing is like, the mountain people have helped us in the past, I really hope they help us again. So again, skip a few things, but basically at the end of the day, Zhang meets with the king and is like, I would like your help. I want to not only take back my throne. No. I don't want to just take it back my throne. I want to take all over China and unite China under one kingdom. And then the Mountain King's like, after, of course I'm skipping, so after some a lot of stuff goes down, Jin gets captured, whatever. Read the manga if you want to know. Zhang is like, please help me, give me your strongest warriors, and we will take over China together. And the king is like, I'm down. By the way, takes off helmet, I'm a girl. Zhang is like, cool. So then they ride, dude, and the mountain people, dude, they look so cool. Their masks are freaking ooh. And again, I forgot, Jing fought another assassin, right, named Muta, who's this poison dart guy, and I thought he was gonna be a threat. Once again, Jin handled pretty easily, didn't even take a poison damage. And then Diao took the blowgun from the poison guy. So now Diao is our marksman. All right, Diao is our sniper with the poison build. So that's pretty cool. Sorry, I keep on forgetting to mention things. So then they're riding at the capital, and honestly, like this like moving pieces power struggle thing was so interesting. I had no idea it was gonna be resolved in one arc. Like I thought this was gonna, I figured that Zhang was gonna get the throne, maybe not like 300 chapters in, but I thought it was going to be like a saga. But nah, the author was able to write this beautiful war little attack arc, very like 47 chapters. That's very compact. You can kill that in one sitting. So yeah, basically Zhang and the mountain tribe are riding together, and they arrive at the doorstep. They arrive at the castle, and they're like, damn, there's 3,000 of us and 80,000 of them. So we gotta think of a plan. We can't just go in and Jin style this, brute force it. So what do? They all make masks, and Jin's mask is, by the way, the greatest mask in the tribe. They all make masks. They put it on. They all pretend to be mountain people. So then, the king's like advisor Shishi is like, yo, we need all the help we can get. Let's get the mountain people to help us. They want to help us, so let's do it. And then the king is like, ew, they're filthy, but I think, whatever. Somehow they figure it out. They do it. So they open the doors, but they say only 50 of you are allowed in. So now I'm like, 50 v 80,000? What? It is not looking good for the mountain people. Mountain people stocks are down right now. But they do it anyways. And then, long story short, they reveal that they're not mountain people, and the bloodbath begins. And the thing is, they're trying to get past this gate because that's the gate that actually leads to the royal castle. And they're like, dude, we can't climb the mountain. The mountain people that have literally been in the mountains their whole lives can't climb this wall. And that wall is what they want to climb to get to the other side to open the door for the rest of them. But again, our favorite protagonist, Jin, he runs up the wall. He goes, yo, me and Piao did special training for pretty much everything under the sun. So he gets on top of the wall, runs to the other side, opens it, a beautiful panel where he opens the doors, and then you just see him and a bunch of mountain tribe people behind him, and he's like, yo, what's up? And then boom, they're fighting. And then eventually Zhang is like, all right, we need to split groups here. So he sends Jing, Diao, and this guy named, I forgot to tell you, this guy named B. So pretty much, just really quick, B is like a captain, I think, from the army, and he did not like Jin at first, but now they're kind of like, they have like a little friendship going on. So yeah, brother B is the GOAT. He's really cool. So Jin, B, and Diao, and as well as one of the strongest mountain warrior people, just all go into this, like, basically this corridor where that's gonna take them straight to the throne. So they're the strongest task force here. They have to, I think it's only like 10 of them, and they have to take over, like, everybody. So yeah, pretty much this is where we see the first like real battle. So in the corridor, Jin has to fight this dude named Saji. And I mean, I'm not gonna go too much into the specifics of the fight, like, Saji swung and then Jin jumped. Like, pretty much, Saji fights the mountain people, also fight Jin. And this is like the first battle in the series where I was like, damn, like, is Jin really like this? He has so much potential. Like, I thought it was just like, nah, he's just a protagonist to give him plot armor. And of course, there's a little bit of that in here. There's a little bit of plot armor. But Jin really is just that strong. And he's like that determined to reach his goals. And this battle was a very, very good indicator of, nah, this series is more, it's less shonen. It's still, it's like very shonen-y, but it's also very seinen-y. Because like, Jin really struggles and he gets cut. And of course, they do the classic anime moment where they both slice and then they fall into the ground and then they turn around and then one of them like dies and the other one stays alive. Although I'm pretty sure Saji lived. I don't speak. Did he die? It wasn't like, okay, whatever. Skip over a few more things. They finally reach the throne. And then this is when the second major battle, and this is where like the like actual big boss of the arc happens, which is Lankai, this behemoth, 9 foot giant titan. And we have no Aaron or Levi here, so this thing has to be taken down by just one boy in his sword, Jin. And dude, he can't even cut him. And then the mountain people come in and they're trying to damage him and they're kind of weakening him. And then one of the mountain guys, like I think his name's like Boji or Bo something, I forgot right now, I'm sorry, he's like ripping his skin off, and I'm like, this is real seinen, damn. And they're doing like damage and they're going crazy, but Jin is like, all right, I'm gonna grab this giant club and just smash his head in. But brother B the goat is like, nah, Jin, you must fight with the sword. You have the sword that the king gave you, which, by the way, Zheng gave Jin the sword. You gotta do this. This sword killed dragons. Not actually, but do it, right? So then Jin grabs the sword, wraps it around his hand, jumps, while the other mountain people are holding him down, and BAM! Cuts him right there. Oh my god. Dude, it was a really cool moment. And it wasn't like they didn't win off like, oh, just exhausting the enemy, or they didn't win with like, it didn't feel cheap. Like, it felt real, right? Like, dude, he literally wrapped the sword on his arm and just like right on the neck. Dude, I don't care if you're 25 feet, that's gonna kill you. Yeah, so yeah, Jin, ODM gear or not, he still killed him. And that was a really cool moment. And at this point, I'm like, damn, that's it? It only took less than 50 chapters? Cheng Jiao, where are your people? You fell. So the Ji Shi also gets beheaded, the right hand man of Cheng Jiao, and gets cut, his head falls off. And I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom, so okay, there's a feature in Tears of the Kingdom where you can grab any weapon and fuse it. So you can like grab a longsword and fuse it with a rock. Dude, the mountain person that killed Ji Shi fused his sword with his head, stabbed his head, picked it up, and now he's just walking around with his head. Crazy moment. And the Cheng Jiao has no battle at all. I cannot fight, so he's running stupidly. He's like tripping over his underwear. And dude, there's this really cool moment where Zhang and Jiao and Cheng Jiao, so brother versus brother, are just looking at each other, and Cheng Jiao is just trying like to do anything, and Zhang just brushes him aside, cuts his arm, and just starts beating the hell out of him. She goes, bah, bah, bah. I'm pretty sure he killed his brother by punching him, which is insane. And then Zhang just tells the other people, hey man, you're good. You guys are good to go. I need numbers. The battle isn't over. Lu Shi is coming. This was just the appetizer. I'm gonna need all of you guys to drop your weapons and bow to me because I'm your new king. So he spares them all. And then this is when a character that has been in this arc, but I've neglected to mention him, Wang Chi, comes. And Wang Chi, his face, just look at his face. I'm just gonna put it. Oof. Dude, he looks like a JoJo character, kind of like Hisoka vibes. Like he's just a very weird character, and you can tell he's gonna be a major player in the remaining of this story. Like, he's not gonna just die like like all the other guys have been dying. Like, I'm sure he's gonna stick around. And he jumps down and he goes, yo, Zhang, tell me why you want to be king right now, and be careful, because if you tell me the wrong answer, I will kill you. So Zhang is like, all right, I'm gonna be the king of all of China. I'm gonna unite everybody under one nation. And Wang Chi, that's like, damn, that's the king that I think it was like Zhang's grandfather or great grandfather, one of the two. I was the right hand man of him, and he would say the same thing. And basically, like, it's this really cool moment where the king is like, hey, you will know, when the previous king is like, you will know when a king that says I will unite all of China really means it by the look of their eyes. And Wang Chi sees the eyes of Zheng and is like, damn, like he's talking for real, he's not all talk. And he's like, all right, we'll meet again, and he leaves. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the end of the arc. They win, and Jin gets a house, and he's super hyped that he gets a house. And basically, the mountain people go back. Zhang, this is really cool moment where he sits on the throne, and he's like, ugh, I can finally relax. And that was a really cool little moment, all the blood on like near the palace. But he's chill. He's he'll order a task rabbit to clean up. He's just sitting there. He's cool. And the arc just wraps up, and damn, like what a crazy arc, what a crazy beginner like starter arc. I was not ready for the series to grab me as fast as it did. Off chapter 1 I was already invested. Off chapter 1 I was already a fan. But yeah, this is a great series from the top. Zhang is an insanely good character. Just the way he talks, the way he's written, like he's a good guy. Like for sure, he's a good guy. But like the way his philosophies are not very like protagonist. Like, dude, he wants to unite all of China. He is starting a war with 6 other kingdoms, right? Like that's not just like, oh, I want peace. Like, no, maybe peace is ultimate goal, but he has to shed a lot of blood to get there. And more than likely Shin is gonna be right there. He's gonna be the king's sword, so of course he's gonna have to shed a lot of blood too. And that's another thing that I really like. Jing was not afraid to kill. Many times in this arc has Jin murdered people, no problem, absolutely wrecked them, beheaded them, cut them up, and actually spilled their blood. And it wasn't like a thing where like Jin's like, no, we must not kill, that's not our way, we're just as good as them. Like, nah, who cares, forget about that, kill them, kill them. So I'm really like glad about that. And honestly, like for it being a seinen story, it's not very like, it's not super depressing, at least not yet. It's not very edgy. There's comedy where it needs to be, and there's action where it needs to be. Jin is a very smart character when he wants to be. This really cool moment where he was yelling at the king, and it's just like basically like telling him that he's not fit to be a ruler at all. And like he's very loudmouth. He definitely is like one track minded, so just says what he's thinking out loud. But at the end of the day, he has a lot of wisdom with him. Like it's weird, it's like a different type of wisdom, but he knows how to say the right thing. He's very emotionally intelligent, I would like to say. And then Jang is just very intelligent in general. So there's really cool characters, really cool dynamic. I'm very excited for the future of this series. I'm gonna stop recording this video and just start immediately reading the next arc. I'm looking at this right now, and the next arc looks like to be from chapters 47 to I think in the 70s. So that's gonna be pretty cool. The kyous campaign arc, chapters 48 to 73. So I'm about to freaking kill that in one sitting too. Why not, right? But yeah, this is my review slash whatever, little first impressions, little mini rant all over the place of arc 1 of Kingdom, Say Kyous Rebellion. I'll be back for arc 2 whenever I finish it. And yeah, I can't wait to be caught up. This is a great series. I'm very happy that I decided to go through with this. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in part 2. Bye.